Back here at 8:43, so we're a month into the new year and a little more than a month or so away from the start of the spring season in the housing market. There are some trends out there right now indicating things might be turning in favor of buyers for a change. We're pleased to be joined once again by our good friend Anthony Lamacchia, the broker, owner, CEO of Lamacchia Realty. He's done it all. He's seen it all. And good to see you this morning, Anthony. Before we kind of look ahead, let's look back 2025. How would you characterize the year that was real estate-wise?
It was definitely the pivot year. The market changed. I had predicted that a year ago, and I was right about that one part that I wasn't as right as I thought. I thought we'd see sales go up over 5%. They only went up about 3%. I'm not talking prices. I mean the amount of sales went up about 3% here in Massachusetts. Across New England, it was about an average of 3%. Prices still managed to go up between 6 and 7%.
Right.
So that was interesting, you know, seeing more inventory finally come on the market. We're finally back to pre-pandemic levels. It happened in August, and it's great to see. So we're starting to get back to a normal amount of homes for sale, which gives buyers a bit more leverage. And, you know, we had to go through a fall of sellers realizing that. Sellers don't realize that buyers have more weight.
They're always the last to know.
They only learn from pain. They only learn from pain. So we did see some of that, but it wasn't like it was terrible. I mean, inventory, you know, it's up, but it's not like a crisis level.
Well, I want to, you know, last year numbers from the majority of buyers, according to Redfin, they reported 62% of buyers were able to purchase homes below asking price.
It's great. I'm glad.
Haven't seen that in a while.
Listen, the sellers they ruled the roost for way too long, and it started backing off about 2 or 3 years ago, but 2025 is really when we saw the difference, and it gives buyers more leverage. But even despite that, prices still went up, like I said, about 6% in Massachusetts. So it shows that there's still not enough slack in the market for prices to be going down, but it's great to see more balance. Now, this season, the next 60 days, sellers have more power.
Right.
Because there's less for sale. Especially right now with you know, this frozen tundra that we're in. Those seasons starting much slower.
Some positive signs, though. Let's start with interest rates.
Yes, interest rates are down an entire point. They went down a point in 2025. That's huge. They went from just over 7 to just over 6 by the end of the year. I think that we're going to see them go down another point, at least a 3/4 point, by the time we get to the end of 2026, and that's going to be terrific.
Yeah. What is your crystal ball overall saying for 2026?
I'm predicting that sales are going to be up 10%, and I mainly feel that way because I see rates coming down.
Yeah.
I see rates coming down. Plus, you got to remember, we went through a presidential transition year, which is always some changes, some nerves with people, and I think with this type of administration, there's even more of that. We're past that now. People are like, okay, the lights are still coming on, the world's spinning, and I think that you're going to see sales up a lot. But here's what's crazy. Even if sales go up 10% this year, we still won't be back to the historic norm of 90,000 homes for sale annually in Massachusetts, which is the average.
And how long before we get there?
I think we're going to see that in 27. I think we'll be back to normal in 27. Yeah, I think 26 we'll get halfway there. 27 we'll get there. And I'll say this now on the live news. Wait till you see 27, 28, 29. We're going to see the biggest years we've ever seen for total home sales.
And that would be helpful to everybody.
It'd be great for everyone. I mean, people basically feel stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of homeowners out there that have been sitting on their hands.
Well, better for first-time home buyers at some point, because they've really been kind of blocked out of this whole thing.
It's been a little better for them, especially in the last year. It's going to get dramatically better as rates come down. That's key. I mean, things got too expensive and rates went up, and it just made it difficult on everyone.
Let's talk quickly. 2 things, advice before we come up into the spring season here. Very important time in the housing market. First, advice for buyers as they head out in the spring season.
Well, if you're a buyer, don't take the beginning of what I said, you know, too literally and go out there and think you're going to buy every house for $100,000 less than asking. Sellers have more leverage in the first part of the year. Buyers have more leverage in the second part of the year. The seller leverage is at its peak from the middle of February to the middle of April. So if you're a buyer that wants to buy in that window and you see the home that you want and you see the home that you love, you're going to have to step up. Now, sellers don't take that and think, oh, so I can, if everybody in my neighborhood sold for 800, I'm going to list for 900 because Anthony just said I have the most leverage from the middle of February to the middle of April. Both sides don't overplay your hand.
But sellers, also important. The pricing has got to be right, too, because there's still those, what we've learned this morning is that, you know, those pie-in-the-sky prices, well, I may hit that. Those days are gone.
You're right about that. And also, if you miss this window, you know, the #1 time of year to list a home and sell a home is the middle of February to the middle of April. If you miss that window, it's not the end of the world. You'll still sell your home, but that's the time when you're going to get the most money.
All right, let's talk about one other thing quickly while we have time. You're saying rents are actually coming down.
Yeah, actually, we saw an improvement in rents in 2025.
That's remarkable. I mean, you know.
It was a little surprising to see. I think it was adjustments in the economy. I also think immigration slowing down had an impact. You know, less people coming in and renting up the maybe more well-priced rentals. It decreased the pressure. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're dropping, they're falling, but they definitely improved and made things
And quickly,
more
you
affordable.
worried, or should real estate market be worried about the out-migration? We're hearing about people leaving Massachusetts to go to other parts of the, or is that just sort of a cyclical thing? It kind of fluctuates up and down.
I got concerned about it with the millionaire's tax more than a year ago. We did see kind of a rush of some people leaving, higher income earners leaving. I'm not concerned about it in large part. Right now, our Florida calls are up. No joke. Since Sunday, we've gotten more calls than we got in the last 3 months.
You'll get more after this weekend, too, when you see the forecast.
But I don't think it's some huge problem. Listen, our hospitals, our biotech companies, our colleges, we're a big attraction here.
Still a great place to live,
No
raise your
question.
family. Anthony Lamacchia, always good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you
Appreciate it.